And here we go. So welcome to the new update where we have the ability to export multiple avatar animation from the same scene. So last time I was explaining how to do that manually, but it's, a little bit cumbersome and time-consuming. So I finally came out with a solution that is way simpler for you and way quicker without having to handle all of those namespaces. So just as a refresher, the main thing is that you should be creating a couple of scenes beforehand where you set up the avatars for animation already and save them off, like I did last time: female avatar and male avatar. Okay, so just to show you, I'm opening this file where we have the female avatar ready to be animated with MyAniMATE. So you might be animating here, and you can export the solo avatar. Then we also have the same type of setup here in the male avatar file. So you take male avatar, make your own setup, everything as usual, right? And once you have saved off the starting scene for your animation, you can create a new scene. Okay, and the next step is going to be to import these avatars. So I will begin by importing say the female avatar, because, well, women's first. So I select the female avatar and then import. Okay, hit 6 to get our textures back instead of that dull gray. And you should remember from the previous video also that we get namespace, okay, that we have to get rid of in the first place, because these are going to hamper the animation export, because the names of the joints are no longer the correct ones. So we go to the Windows menu, General Editors, Namespace Editor. There we go. I select the first namespace, delete, merge with root. Second, do the same, merge with root. No problem about this error, because in my scene right now there are the MyAniMATE stuff is not enabled with its panel. So character list option menu not found, not a problem. It will find it later. So that's the first one. Then I'm going to import the second one. So in this case the male avatar, but it can be anything. I did this just because it will be visually recognizable. Oh, first, sorry, just to not have things overlapping, I select the character and move it off the center. Okay, just remember, do not move the group or we will get double transformation. Okay, just move the control reference, and once that is out of the way, I will import the other avatar. Okay, again we get the namespaces, so I'm gonna delete that one. And now that the first one, which was the main namespace, we get all of the sub namespaces on the same level. I can shift select all of them, delete, merge with root, again and again, and all it's done is gone. Okay, now it's clean. Let's move this other character a little bit and recenter the thing like this, so it's easier to see. Okay, so at this time you would start animating and doing your animations as usual, no problem about it. But when it comes to animation export, there is a little thing to do with the animation export window. As you can see, the window has been updated with two new buttons, multiple avatars exclude selected and multiple avatars re-enable selected. Okay, so I will rename the groups just for ease. Click that, and I will call that female, and the other one, of course, is going to be named male. So it's just for consistency and ease of use. So both of them are showing the export skeleton, hip, and hip. So if I try now to export like this, I get an error from Maya because Maya does not like multiple objects with the same name. It doesn't know what to do. And indeed the error says more than one object matches name hip, and the procedure does not proceed, of course. So I will export the female first, and therefore I will need to exclude the male. And to do that, follow these steps instantly. I will have to select the containing group, okay, and then with that one selected, I will exclude the selected. Indeed, now you can see that the hip skeleton within the male group has been renamed excluded hip. If I hold down Shift and click on the hierarchy expansion, I get the full hierarchy expanded like this. Alright, and you can see that everything got renamed correctly. If I now export the animation, there is no cycle because there is no animation, but the last thing that gets selected is the hip skeleton within the female group, which means that this is the thing that has gone through the procedure, and we've got no error this time. Now I want to do the same thing here, but I want to export the male instead of the female. So the first thing is to re-enable the male first. So re-enable and disable the female. So exclude that one. Now if I export the .anim, you see that my manipulator goes to the male avatar, and the one that gets exported is the selected one. This one has the correct naming convention for everything to go through. Alright, so another thing that you may want to do is to remove one of the body controllers. I mean, you can get to have just one of the body controllers, alright, and it would work anyway. And I suggest that you have actually just one body controller. This thing works for more than two avatars too, with little caveats though, and I will show you. So say that I want a third avatar. So say that we now import a third avatar, another female. Let it load. Okay, we'll move it backwards so nothing overlaps. And I need to make sure also that the namespace is no longer there. So I'm going to select this one, delete, as usual. So we do no longer have any namespace over there. Alright. And I'm going to rename the group again for ease of use as female 2. Okay. Alright, so we already have a excluded hip. So the first female was excluded, as soon as you do an exclusion, when you are going to exclude something else in addition to what you already excluded, you should remember to do this twice, okay? Because we have already one excluded hip, and I show you what happens. I do exclude on this, okay? You can export and the mail will be exported. But if I want to re-enable the second one, I get an error, okay? More than one object matches name excluded hip. Therefore, what you have to do is to exclude it twice. See, excluded, excluded, everything gets the same naming. Alright? And then you will re-include the other one, re-enable. Cool. Then you will re-enable twice. Re-enable 1, select the group again, re-enable 2, so no error and the procedure goes through. And then you will re-exclude what you don't want to export. So the male will be just excluded like this. The other female will need to be excluded twice. Oops. Yeah, you see what I did? It was my mistake. Always select the group and exclude it a second time. Alright? So as soon as you do that, you see that the thing gets selected. Right? Let me Control Z. Okay, if I do this from here and exclude it, it's not gonna work correctly. Okay, so Control Z, select the group, exclude it again. So you have excluded, 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 and then this one here will be exported. Alright, then re-include the one with just one excluded, re-enable. Female with excluded, excluded, re-enable it twice, select the group. Remember, things do not work if the hip is selected. Re-select the group there and re-enable it. And this time we're going to exclude the male and exclude female too. Exclude group and exclude. You see, exclude, select the group, exclude again. When we are going to remove, first the one with the fewer excluded underscore at the beginning of the hierarchy is the first to be done. So male, re-enable, female 2, re-enable, select the group, and re-enable. Okay, if we had a fourth avatar, file, import, let's get another avatar there. Okay, namespace, delete, merge with root, delete, merge with root again and again. No more namespaces. Let's move this guy forward. Okay. Remember, you should have only one body controller in the whole scene, not multiple. Okay, so let's remove previous ones. This guy here is male 2. Alright, so I'm going to, let's double check how many excluded we have already. Okay, they are all enabled. So say I want to export just the fourth avatar. I will do female exclude. First male exclude, group exclude. So we have excluded, excluded. Female 2 exclude, group exclude, group exclude again. Okay, so this way, when we're going to re-include, re-enable the avatar, so we won't have any problems. Okay, we won't have any errors. So when we're going to re-enable things, always start from the one that has the fewer amount of excluded underscore and going up. Okay, so female, re-enable, so that's fine. Then we have excluded, excluded. So we have male, re-enable one, male, re-enable, good. And now this one needs it 3 times. So female 2, re-enable, female 2 group, re-enable, female 2 group, re-enable. Okay? And now you can restart the exclusion procedure for what you don't need. Okay? So just remember that as soon as you get multiple avatars, you should go through multiple exclusions as I just shown you. Alright, so that's all about it. I hope that this feature helps speeding up the process of excluding avatars from your export list of avatars, and that all makes sense in a visible and visual manner with the tags exclude underscore. So feel free to send me a note card if you have any other questions. I have tested this quite a lot so far, and it works. So just let me know what you think, and if you have any problems, again, feel free to send me a note card about it. We'll try to set things clear. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Until the next time. Bye.